Hi, my name is Ross and I'm from Tooniverse. I'm here to talk to you about a totally revolutionary way to make photo books and other photo products. Like many people, I have a lot of photos that are spread out on several different computers, and like most, I'm really not sure where every photo I have lives. If I wanted to make a photo book, I would first have to find every photo and then figure out how to get them to the computer where I want to make the book. You really shouldn't have to be a software developer like me in order to make a photo book. Plus, I have this really cool iPad, which I love to use, especially when I'm working with photos. Unfortunately, there's no convenient way to make photo books on it today. Even if I could get all my photos on it, which I can't because I have over 40,000, there's still no easy way to upload them to a photo printing site, which I really don't want to have to do anyway. Let's say that I went ahead and spent all that time finding and moving my photos. I still have to upload them, which, as everyone who's seen a progress meter knows, takes a long time. At this point, I'll probably decide to just quit. People really do want to preserve memories of special events, but many times they give up because it's just too time consuming, too confusing, or they just simply can't get to the photos they want to use. Tooniverse has developed a platform called Blink, which stands for WebLink, that changes everything we think about making awesome photo products. You can make a photo book in minutes without having to think about all the time consuming details that get in your way. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a demonstration of this application, which you see here on the screen right now. Across the top here you can see that I have access to these three computers. I can access any number of computers, but I have three computers. I happen to have three computers that have photos on them. So let's just go into this little iMac home here. This is an iMac that's sitting at my house. On this computer there's 35,000, 36,000 photos, and you can see I'm sort of browsing them here. There's quite a few albums. You'll see what happens when okay? Let's go and look at this Blizzard album. As you can see, quite a few photos in this album. As I get to an area that I haven't looked at before, that's not cached, it'll go ahead and start loading that information as it's needed. Let's look at this photo. Okay, here's an example of an 18 megapixel photo. It's about 8 megabytes. You saw how quick it loaded. That's because I delivered just enough data to show this photo on this device. But I can still, if I want to, zoom in and see the detail that this 18 megapixel camera really can provide. So it's very nice. Our users like to share these things on Facebook. They like to share them on Twitter, email them. If they have an AirPrint enabled printer with this iPad, they can print them locally. And they also like to save these photos to their iPad app to do other things with them. But the really important thing that Blink does is it allows us to create this photo product editor. Let's just take a look at that. We go in here, you can see that this looks like pretty much any photo product editor. It's got a place where there's pages, and you can see the different pages that you can create down here. And it's got, all the different things to add text and arrange the photos and stuff. And since it's on an iPad and it's in HTML5, which by the way means it works everywhere, you can do things like twist your fingers around and size things with a touch interface, which is very cool. But the other thing that's very cool about this is this Q button down here, which stands for Blink, right? We tap on this Q button, and quickly those three computers that I showed you a minute ago that were logged into the application on the front home page are also available within an HTML5 page. So right here you can see I have the Work PC, the Mac Mini, and the Mac Home. Let's tap on this Mac Mini. So now what that's done is that's gone out and gotten all of the thumbnails for these albums that I have on the Mac Mini. So let me just tap on that album, and you can see instantly I'm looking at the photos that are in the album. And if I want to create a photo book, I don't have to think about where the photos are. I don't have to talk about uploading. I don't have to do anything. I can just take this photo, drag it up there, and drop it on the spot. That's very cool. I can also now rotate that photo if I want, and go on to the next page. And the reason this is so instantaneous is you can see that this is just quick, right? It's very instantaneous. The reason that's so fast is because that square that's on that page is actually not that big. And being photos, they can be delivered in a much smaller size, and our software is smart enough to know, hey, I don't need the 8 megabytes of the file, just send me however many K bytes, very small number really for these things, to make it instantaneous for the user, so that the user is really focusing on creating the photo book, not all the other details. You don't have to be a software developer to do this. So but in the background, without the user having to think about it, without the user waiting for it to happen, we're delivering full resolution photos to the photo printer. So that's actually quite interesting, because I looked up today that when I upload photos, it still takes me a long time. But if I were to use Shutterfly to create this photo book, and I sat there and watched that progress meter go as I upload all these photos, and I had to decide which ones to do first of all, it's downsampling those photos to 9 megabit. These are 18 megapixel pictures, and so I really, it's important to me. I bought this camera for a reason, because I wanted high quality photos. So I want that high quality that I spent money on to be available when used to print these photo books. So so we do that. We're smart. Our software is smart enough to deliver the very highest resolution in the background, while the user is simply just making some really quick decisions to drag photos around. So that's Blink, a revolutionary technology. Once you start using this, and I've made photo books on other products before, but once you start doing something like this, even on my Mac, you just can't go back and do it the old way again. It's just impossible to do something this easily and this quickly, and then go back and try to do it the other way and go, okay, forget that. So thanks. That's Blink.